Yeah, so Sam can't get in for some reason. I don't know why. He's trying to restart his computer a second. He's been trying since I texted you. But yeah, you looking fresh, man. I like the beard, bro. Ooh, nice.
Good.
Cool. How's everything during, like, how's the pandemic down there?
Boring already. It's like, it's been, I don't know how many months, 6 months. I don't know. It's like, damn boring, man.
Yeah.
Still, I've been able to skate the last 2.5 months, I think.
Okay, cool.
I injured again my knee.
Damn.
So I had to stop skating for a while. So,
Okay.
and I got the baby coming.
Yeah.
So and due to the knee and the baby that's coming, I quit working.
Okay.
And I'm not skating.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Damn. And when's the baby due? So I'm just seeing what Sam's saying.
2nd of October.
Damn, man. Not far, not long.
Not far at all, man. My wife is so round, man.
Yeah. No.
Big, huge belly, man. Huge, amazing. Just can't wait to have it.
Oh,
already, man.
Sweet. I'm happy for you because I've been, talking to Sergi a lot and seeing him with August. It's crazy, man. So crazy. Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, that's cool. All right, I'm just trying to text Sam just because he's getting pissed off. He's been literally trying for the last 20 minutes to get in, and I don't know.
Take your time, man. I know I don't have anything to do today, so
cool. No worries.
Drinking a beer.
Nice. I'm on water today. I'm not drunk for 6 weeks. 6 weeks I haven't drunk. So, because I was out of a job since last October, and then I started one about 6 weeks ago. Oh, hang on. Sam's calling again.
Cool.
Yo.
It's not working, man. Password again. I don't know.
Is it? Download. Have you got Zoom on your phone?
No, I can do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Do that because it's working for Pipo, so it must be on your side. I don't know why. It's really weird.
I don't know why.
All right, download it. It shouldn't take long, and then you just need to log in and then try from there.
Okay.
Safe, man. Cool. But yeah, man. What's it like, the weather there at the minute? Because you're coming out of winter, no?
Yeah, it's not hot yet, but still, the winter is gone. It's not like chilly. It's like a little bit cold, but it's going.
Cool.
Starting to get warm.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah, man. I've just started working 6 weeks ago. So, and then I was, because of doing dragon and stuff, and I'm still trying to train because I was going to do an Ironman with Sergi, but then it got cancelled. But I'm going to do it next year. So I was like, I'm going to give drinking a rest for a little while, just because I've got so much to do. I just there's no way I can fit drinking in between everything else. So,
really?
Yeah, man.
No.
But it's cool. I'm 6 weeks I haven't drunk, and I'm like, I kind of want one. It's got really hot here again. It's like 30 degrees.
Really? Yeah, I heard that it's like super hot over there.
Yeah.
It's like super strange. What's up, Sam? You there? Good?
You might be on mute, Sam. I think you're on mute.
He is.
Safe,
man. Sweet. Cool, man. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
I set up this nice little composition too. It's all fucked because I have to use my phone now. Let me plug it into my speakers at least. Are we recording?
Yeah, recording, but just lean it on your laptop, innit? What episode number is this? 7?
Not really sure. What's this at the bottom of my screen? Can you deal with that?
Yeah, we could deal with that, man. It's fine. It's cool.
Okay.
All right, cool. I'm going to roll in. I'm trying to think what to say. Cool. All right. So I'm going to roll in 5, 4, 3.
Streetboarding dreams, future and past. Here in the present, it's DRGNCAST.
Sweet! Welcome back to, sorry, that was a bit loud. So anyone listening on headphones, I apologize. Welcome back to DRGNCAST. This is episode number 7. I'm here again with my co-hosts, my boy Sam. What's up, Sam?
Hi, mate. How's it going?
Good. Pretty cool. Excited about this one. Let's go on to Flex of the Fortnight first before we introduce our guest. Who is Flex of the Fortnight?
Oh, yeah. I don't know, actually.
Oh,
I'm not
really?
sure.
Oh.
But it's, have you seen the Cinco Puntos, the new little trailer?
Oh, man. The
Diego's made?
They're...
It's a trick in that, and it's a frontside feeble down a skate park rail. It's fuzzy. You can't see he's doing it. But I don't know, something about like the full pads and the way that he stomps it, man, takes me back.
Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah.
Flex of the Fortnight. So if you know who that is, let me know.
Yeah, Diego, give us a holla. Or maybe
I don't know if that was a trailer for a video or the new video. I don't know, but Diego's doing something, so that'd be cool.
Yeah. And if anyone doesn't know Cinco Puntos, it's Diego Romero and a little window into his mind, I think, in streetboarding, and they're nuts. They're like, check them out, Cinco Puntos. I think they've got an Instagram account now because they started following me the other day. So check that out. Cool. Well, that leads us nicely into our guest, and every time I keep saying I'm excited about them, and I am, because streetboarding, the whole reason for doing DRGNCAST is to show this beautiful worldwide community that we have at streetboarding, and to hopefully, if there's new people getting into the sport, just give you a window into the last 20-30 years of the sport, because it has a lot of history and it really is a special sport in terms of the family. Now, Diego comes along with, there's lots of people in the sport that kind of come in pairs. I mean, a lot of people probably see me and Sam as a bit of a pair, or a couple, we could say. I don't know. We're not 40 yet. For me, Diego was always alongside, traveling back in the early days with this guy. He's a legend. He's created some of the most insane boards, some of the best bindings to ever hit the sport, and is never stopping pushing his riding, but also what this sport can be in terms of board designs, in terms of tricks and everything. Hailing from Argentina, from Buenos Aires, soon to be dad. Big it up, it's the one, the only, Pipo Grosso. What's up, Pipo?
Hey Jay, hey Sam, how are you dudes?
Good. You're looking grizzly, bro.
Oh yeah.
I
I'm
like
going over here.
I love it, man. I love it.
Oh man! So first up, man, like how are things in Argentina at the moment? I know the world's a bit crazy, but it's good to hear an insight into how it is down there.
Well, Argentina is, the economics of Argentina is an up and down, a cyclic thing that goes up and down every time. And this time is like, it smells like it's going down. It's going down. That's what it looks like. That's the economic part. The pandemic part is like, the quarantine has been very strict through the beginning, but afterwards, like 2 months ago, you can see much more people in the street. There runners allowed. You can go out and run around the streets or in the parks or whatever. So that allowed us to skate. And skating is one of the things that it's allowed to do. So you do it alone. So it's like there's no thing. So the last 2 months I've been skating a bit. And what else? Ask me another question. I don't know what to say about this.
Just
the quarantine, the pandemic,
yeah.
and everything. Like, damn, man, it's like reality is supera la ficción. Is greater than fiction, man.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. No.
Anyway.
But, well, hopefully, I mean, you guys are coming out of winter, so hopefully maybe that will ease things up over there for now. I don't know. Where should we start? Should we start just in the beginning? Because actually,
At the beginning.
yeah. Let's start at the beginning.
How did you start
Yeah.
streetboarding?
Well, I started skateboarding in the 1990. That's when I started skateboarding. I was 12 years old. And after like 5 years of skateboarding in the streets and everything, because there were no parks and stuff like that, I saw a guy skating on a funky board in the streets. And I was like, that's interesting. And suddenly I saw that he was strapped in. Snowboarding was a very interesting thing for me in those days. So I was like, whoa. And then I noticed, I saw it on a skate shop. And I gathered some money for my birthday. I was like 17 at the time, and went right ahead and bought it. I didn't even try it or anything, just got it. And I started skating it in the living room of my parents' house, like pushing myself from the furniture, trying to figure it out. As I was skateboarding, then this looked super interesting, and I got it, but it was so difficult, man. It was like, dude, almost impossible. But after a few hours and after a few days, actually, or weeks, I started getting the hang of it, going outside and everything. Like what helped me a lot, I think, is like going like on very lower tilt slopes, with a low tilt slope. That helped me a lot. And I knew I suddenly, because my mother knew the mother of this guy that was skating in the streets with this funky board, and then she said, "Oh yeah, maybe that's Julito Hoffman." Yeah, whatever. And then we got together, we met up. He showed me the boards. He presented me to the people that imported these boards. That was Snakeboard Argentina. And as I skateboarded for a long time, I think that this helped me a lot to start streetboarding. It gave me the awareness or whatever of being on a board. And I started skating for Snakeboard Argentina. I won a contest, and then I started skating for Snakeboard Argentina. And they toured me around Argentina a lot. Like I went from north to south, pretty much. It was pretty cool. Those days were amazing, man.
Yeah, man.
Back in the day, it was a thing. It was like, whoa.
Who did you skate with back then? Who else was on Snakeboard Argentina?
Oh, Julito Hoffman, Ulises Barreiro, Diego Romero. Oh, this is the whole crew precisely from Snakeboard was Ulises Barreiro, Julio Hoffman, and El Pelado, Gabriel. And no, there were no much more. Like after that, despite that, there was a whole scene of people that started snakeboarding.
Sweet.
And you skated with the Snakeboard USA guys back in the day. Kelly Dean and Rob Nye, I think, came to Buenos Aires once.
Yeah, that was amazing. There was a contest, which the one I won, I think it was 98 or 97, I don't remember exactly, when Peter and, not Rob, it was Peter and Kelly, they came to Argentina and they judged the contest and they did a demo, and it was amazing to see these guys skating, ripping, and it was like the possibilities of this type of board at the time was like unexplored. Yes. And that was so interesting.
Sweet. What were you guys getting paid back then? No. Boards. Cool. Oh, I'm just wondering, man. And so that was like the late 90s and everything, and then Snakeboard disappeared. What happened to the scene in Argentina then? Like, what happened?
Well, Snakeboard disappeared. Then it's like the worldwide scene started doing stuff, like despite what in Argentina, okay, the guys, they had Snakeboard Argentina, but they also started importing other stuff. And their company got bigger. And as they got bigger, I think that gave them a risk, and that risk made them like lose the focus on what they should have done. And despite this, Snakeboard International or Snakeboard USA, they had some troubles with logistic problems or whatever, and suddenly boards didn't start getting here.
Yeah.
So they couldn't get any more boards or whatever, or it just vanished. But at the same time, in a short while, all the scene started doing stuff. You know, despite Snakeboard Argentina, that was not there anymore. All the scenes stayed there, and there were a lot of contests done by the riders, just the guys that skated. And that's how we made Dragones Voladores, and we suddenly talking on internet, something new at the day. We started talking with Britain, and we went like, "Hey, dude, what's up, dude? You're the world champion. What the hell? If you come and you pay your ticket to Argentina, we'll cover everything, man. You'll hang out with us, and we'll tour around or whatever." And that's how we was contest in Mendoza and several things. He came here several times, Brent.
What year are we talking now?
99, maybe. 90.
Is that like around the Leon times? You and Leon?
If you see Leon, the cover of Leon is in Argentina.
Yeah, we've been to that spot. Britain's doing that kind of tuck knee mute off the drop.
Yeah.
On the huge board.
Where was that spot? What spot was that? Because we've
like
been
a university or something, I think.
Law University here in Recoleta, fancy neighborhood.
Actually, Sam, it was when we were sitting there, we were talking with Richie Greaves and Sergi, and that's where we came up with TSFM, the best video
really?
that never was. Yeah, man, that was sitting there that day, man, because it was.
No, TSFM's it's in production, man.
Yeah. Best video that never was. Sweet, man. No, I mean, damn. So, because that was like 99, and then the first time we all met, that was Worlds 2000 in Utah. How was that fit for you guys? Cold?
That's right. That's right. That was like one of my first international trips, going to Utah, meeting up with all you guys. It was amazing, man. Sick skating, sick park, and sick scene.
Yeah.
It was amazing, man.
was...
Meeting everybody. Sergi was a little kid, man.
Yeah. Could you remember how much he couldn't speak any English at all?
At all. He didn't speak anything. Like we spoke in Spanish.
Yeah.
It was hard for him.
And then you listened to
remember hanging out in Brenton's mum's garage.
Yeah, it was super super high snow and cold, and yeah, that huge truck. That what a story.
Yeah, tell us about. People don't know about the rider van. Maybe you could tell us about the rider van at Worlds 2000.
Nobody knows? Okay.
I've talked about this before. I'm not sure.
We had to go to the park. We had to go to the park, and we were like tons of people, and we didn't get a bus. We just got a huge truck where to fit everybody in. There were no lights in, so it was like, I don't know how many people, like 20 people inside of the back of the truck. We closed the door. It was totally dark. And yeah, we got to the park and skated. It was fun. Cold, but fun.
It was very cold, that trip. It was really cold, man. So you guys got back. That was the end of 2000. And then suddenly, I don't know, midway through the year, you guys decided to do Worlds in Argentina, in Buenos Aires. How did that come about? And, how was the organization of it? Because, hey, that was one of my best trips ever. We were 18, I think, me and Sam at the time.
No, I turned 19 when we were there.
That was it, yeah. We were like 19.
Yeah. Agreed, man. Good trip.
Dude, Worlds 2001 in Argentina, it was amazing. We had all you guys come up here, but it was a hell of a ride, dude. As I told you in the beginning, the economy of Argentina is an up and down, an up and down. And at that time, the social and the economics was totally messed up, and suddenly all these sponsors dropped back, and all the places where we moved a whole half pipe to a club, and we couldn't get in with it. We were with the half pipe in the truck, and we could not get inside the club where we were going to do the contest. Man, it was seriously super stressing. Every time, Worlds is something very hard to do. It's not an easy thing. And it can mess up your life. It can mess up your life, seriously. But it was good, man. It was like amazing. We finally did Worlds in Levitar, a skate park that was maybe not the best place to held a world championship, because the ramps were not like big or decent enough for a world championship. But still, we had it done. It worked, and as you said, it was fun.
Yeah.
And hell yeah,
dude,
unforgettable.
How what I want to know is, so we got off the plane, and I think actually, you know, after popping by Juan's house, which we'll maybe chat about him in a minute, but we got off the plane and pretty much went past Juan's, dropped our bags, and then we got to go and judge a bikini contest like on national television or something. How did you hook that up, man?
Well, it was fun. I was in a club, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. I don't actually remember exactly how it came up, but I think a friend of mine told me, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, man. Why wouldn't we want to judge a bikini contest?" That was sure.
Man, it was a 19-year-old stepping off the plane, like, dude, that was like the best. Like, yeah, I mean, at that age, that was incredible. Oh man, that was a great trip. And yeah, you're right. Anyone who's ever organized world championships or tried to organize anything with streetboarders involved in general, seriously, they deserve a medal, because it's not easy. And I know, like, especially at Worlds, it's crazy hard, but everybody is thankful. And anyone out there who's never been to World Championships, you need to go, because unless you're organizing it, it's hella fun. It's
an incredible experience, man. The thing was that, like, Worlds 2000 was in Utah, Worlds 2001 was in Argentina, and Worlds 2002 was in France. So I was in the middle in Argentina with a tiny park, and it was really stressing because we did a lot of work to take down a half pipe and put it, and dude, we worked so much, 100%, nonstop, and still it didn't came out super good, because all the sponsors that we had just dropped back because like there was no money.
Yeah,
it was pretty hard.
No, but you pulled it off, man. Hey, some of the best. One of my most memorable tricks was Brinton's alley-oop backside rodeo from the mini ramp onto the flat bank, which I still can see it in my mind to this day. I don't know if it exists on video anywhere, but that was just insane, man.
Do you remember the roof cap that Brinton did with the like the story drop? I think that was at the university as well.
That's another. I think that one was another university, or it's the same one.
Yeah,
another. It's not the same spot. It's the same one that Max Anderson did and messed up his heel.
No, I don't think so.
Well, Max Meyer. Do you mean Max Meyer?
No. Sorry, Max Meyer.
No. It was a really like skinny run up, and with like a big drop on the right hand side, and he gapped from one building to the other over like a 2-story drop. Anybody remember that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's in the
Shadow Monkeys.
Yeah. That's La Biblioteca Nacional, the National Library.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was so scared watching that shit, man.
Yeah, it's filmed. It was at night, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think on the video you don't really get to see how gnarly it was, because I think it's
but being there, man. Oh my god, I was so scared watching it. I couldn't watch, man, but I cannot watch.
It's a huge gap, and yeah, at night, and you can't really realize the dimension of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the scariest bit is getting the speed on that skinny little run up though, and if you get that wrong and you hang up, you're just like dead. Yeah. Brilliant.
Oh, crazy, man. Crazy. Actually, well, we said we'll chat about him, and we were just talking about shadow monkeys. So Juan. So how did you hook up with Juan? And tell us a bit about who he is and his involvement in shadow monkeys. Maybe cool.
Juan Sainz Valiente, he's a cartoonist. I met him, like he was a close friend of Diego.
Okay.
And I think the first time I met Juan was in Parque Sarmiento, a skate park back in the day that now does not exist anymore. Maybe I remember skating with him in a mini ramp in that park. I think that was the first time. I don't exactly recall exactly when, but yeah, back in the day, it was really close to Diego Romero, and I guess I met him with him.
Cool.
Yep.
And what did he do for shadow monkeys? Just for those.
Who is Juan? He's a cartoonist. He's like a super special human being that draws, and he's so funny, and he's a super cool guy. And he held in 2001 when we did the World Championship. He hosted most of the guys in his house, and nowadays he has a very similar house where he has a mini ramp inside it, and he works as a cartoonist here, and he's pretty famous. He's doing very, very good. He traveled a lot to France and stuff, like where he sells his work. He's an awesome guy. He's a good friend. Seriously, he's a good friend.
Big up to Juan, man. What a G, man. And he's the one who did the animation for the Shadow Monkeys intro, which I think, if anyone out there wants to see it, I think Zach Drake just put up a load of the old frontal videos online. So if anyone, you can search it out there. Maybe I'll try and stick it in the description, some of those links. But all of those old frontal videos are out there, and it's got, I think Shadow Monkeys is up. So that was sick, man. Cool, man. So like after you did Worlds 2001, you came out. When was it that you started making what came first, bindings or boards?
Actually, bindings, man. Actually, for 2002, I made by hand. Well, I always make them by hand, but I made 10 or 12 to 15 sets of bindings, and I took them to Worlds and sold them there. And they took it out of my hands. Like, there was a product that did not exist. It was something pretty strange and new. And afterwards, like, I started selling them there in 2002 in France. And I got back to Buenos Aires, and I went like, dude, I have to start making bindings. And I was like, yeah, sure. And this flat bracket design was pretty simple still and everything. And the leather, Argentina, we got leather here. So a lace system, lace system is something very common, right, to fix your feet. And you use Velcro for the heels and everything. And I went like, okay, and started making bindings. And we sold pretty much. I sold pretty much to Korea, to Germany, to Ositos, several places. And with much of the money we got from selling bindings, I joined up with a school friend, and we started making boards. We started making street boards.
Can we talk about your bindings a little bit more, man?
Okay. What do you want to know about the bindings?
Well, what? Tell me about the design and why you feel they're sort of kind of better than, or kind of, I don't know, with the benefit of the benefit of the design and the laces and the leather, and kind of your thoughts on that.
Talking about my background with bindings, I used frontal, and they were amazing at the time, but still it was just Velcro strapping into your feet, and I went like, there has to be something better, like I take that attitude from the bindings to the boards nowadays and to everything, it's like there's always a way to make things better. And for my skating, initially I started the design of these bindings just because I wanted bindings for me. And after I went like, hey, this works. It's a flat bracket design that's like super easy to make. And the leather I cut it by hand at the beginning. Afterwards, I made a cliché, something to punch the leather out, and it'll be easier. But I cut them by hand, with a cutter. Start cutting it. I made the design. The first binding, the prototype, was made out of a backpack. I took a backpack, I put it apart, and with a welder, I made some holes in the fabric and fixed it with the flat brackets and put the laces and a little strap at the back, and it went like, dude, this works. And on the tilting of the feet back in the day, it was an L-shaped bracket. On the sides, it was an L shape, and when you hit the side, it really hurt my feet on the side. And then what, like, if I put a flat bracket and just leather or cloth or whatever on the side, it wouldn't hurt. That's one of the things, because I seriously, I bent these L brackets, these L things, I bent them on some bad landings or whatever.
Yeah, I've ridden in your leather bindings a lot, and they are comfy as fuck. Once you get them set up right, they're a little bit fiddly to get right, but once you got it, you're in. Yeah, it's comfy, and yeah, they're really good. Right, man. You get a lot of options with them,
Exactly. It's very universal fit, and it's true what you say. You have to really know how to fit them in, and it's not that easy, because if you don't put them properly, they won't work right. And what else?
You're still selling bindings at the moment?
Yes, I do sell bindings at the moment. I don't have much of a stock. I need to start new production. Still, the bindings, you see them, and it's like, it's medieval. It's not a techie binding. It's medieval. If you look at it, it's like, it's not something that's from 2020.
And that's it. It's the kind of binding men with beards, right? Isn't it?
Exactly. I don't know if men with beards, but it's something super simple
and that wear boots.
Good. It works. It works, and it's tough. The thing is, like, I want it tough. That's why 3mm leather, and unbreakable. Something that's really, you can pound them, and if the laces ever break, or for whatever reason, you can get laces anytime from whatever shoe you have. I don't know. It's like super simple, easy, and it works, and it lasts. It lasts. I like to make things that last. I don't want to make things that are disposable. Why is this? When I started making bindings and boards, I thought of, I invest money on the sport because I'm the production guy. People that spend money to buy the product, we both are putting money in the sport. If the product breaks, what's going to happen? The sport is going to lose money. That's what Snakeboard did at the beginning, and that's a super good thing for the sport to grow. If we make boards that break, I spend money, the dude spends money, we both make the board, and it breaks. What happens with the board? It's under the bed or in the trash. It's like, it goes to the trash. It's money that does not get still in the sport. So for the sport to grow, these boards have to be not unbreakable, or have to really last. Because if in one session you break it, the sport's not going to grow. And if it does not break, you use it a long time, and then you sell it or you give it away, and you get a new one because of the graphics, or because of it's already does not working as good, or you want a better board, a 2001 model.
Yeah.
2000 model.
Completely agree.
You know what else? Yeah, when COVID really gets bad and it's post-apocalyptic time, man, you could wear a little bit, make them into a bit of armor or something.
You can wear. Can you wear them as a mask? No.
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 What I want to say about this is that boards have to last. We're not in a, like skateboarding is nowadays.
Yeah.
We are super small and we need to grow. And the way to grow is to make that boards that don't break.
Yeah.
That's my belief.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I completely agree with you. My thing is, people should want to buy a new board because it looks cooler, and that's cool. Or you've got innovation in it, so there's a reason to buy the new model, like you said. So there's something better. It's lighter. It's got something, a characteristic, but not because it's broken. Not because it's broken, that should not be the driving factor behind buying a new board. And then you're right as well. You've then got another board your old board that you can then give to somebody else to bring them into the sport, or sell to somebody else for cheaper, that we can get this sport to grow for sure, man. I know I've had long conversations with you in Como, so Ishmael Calvo's house, where we spent a good two trips there in the summer, I think, or 2 or 3, but talking about the sport and what's holding it back. What else do you see as holding streetboarding or snakeboarding, whatever you want to call it, back? Because I know you've got a lot of really interesting theories and ideas. And we've had long conversations till deep into the night before.
Should we talk about the name a bit?
Yeah.
Dude, I've got tons of ideas about why the sport is not massive today.
Yeah.
Like from the characteristics of its propulsion, and how you start skating, for its looks, because the board, no offense to any board company.
No.
But I think that the boards look like shit. The product, the common people see the boards, and it's like, for them, it's hard to identify themselves seeing the board. It's like the understanding of its function. The knowledge of the understanding of the board's function, to be able to get on the board, and if they see somebody skating it that skates good, and it's like it's hard for them to identify and see themselves skating it. And if they try it, they will, like, I've had the experience of making people try my board, or try tons of snakeboards back in the day, street boards, or pivot skates. It's like, after a while, short while, 5-10 minutes, the dude's like moving his feet, whatever, and we're like, dude, this is not for me. Why is this? Because if you step on a skateboard, you'll get some flow. You'll be able to move. If you go on roller skates, you will move. If you go on a scooter, you will move. On a bike, you just pedal and start moving. On this, you get on the board and you will not move at all. It's going to take you a long effort, and it's going to take you a long time and effort, and it's going to be hard. It's not going to be an easy thing. That's one of the main reasons the sport has not gone massive, because it's not easy. I say that to be able to learn to pivot skate or snakeboard, it's the same time that you need to, like, when you go skateboarding, to learn an ollie. You won't ollie on the first day, not ollie on the second and the third and the fourth, and it'll take you time. Okay, to learn to move on a street board, or
oh my god,
it's like when people see you skating at a park, and they say they want to have a go on your board, and they strap in and they expect, because they can skateboard and shit, they expect to be able to just roll along and do a Smith, and then all of a sudden they just can't move. Like, they're frozen, man. They can't do anything, and they're like, that's hard as fuck. I don't want to do it, but respect, kind of thing.
Exactly. It's an absolute frustration. Still, from the people that try it out, still, nowadays, the level of the sport is getting very different from what it was in the snakeboard ages. It's like nowadays, the skating, the level it's taken the attention of the people that skateboard since a long time ago. Like back in the day, I went with my snakeboard to the park, and the skaters go like, "That's not a board." I'm like, snakeboard, yeah, it's a snakeboard. No, that's not a board. And it was not a board, it's an artifact. You know, it's an artifact. If you look at a snakeboard, it's not a board, it's an artifact. And nowadays, I go to the skate park, and people that know me from 20, 25 years back, and before they were like really retentive, like, yeah, that sucks, man. That's not a skateboard. Nowadays they do ask me, hey dude, can I try the board? After 20 years, man. So I think that there is an evolution that's calling the attention, not only by the scene, also by the public. That I see an acceptance with the boards I'm skating now that I did not have by the masses before. Nowadays, I see that people go like, dude, that's an interesting, that's super cool. And that I don't see, like before there was like more, maybe it's like the scene, the skateboard scene evolved and it matured.
Mm-hmm.
That before was super, now we're only skateboarding. And nowadays it's more matured.
Yeah. What makes because don't forget this will go out for audio only and on YouTube, but I can see one of your boards in the background, so maybe do you want to grab one? Just what makes your boards different? Like I'd say, you know, you can't see me pointing. The one with the, you know, your one with the hole in the middle that you've got, like what makes them different?
Okay. Common street boards. It's a 3-piece board that on the ends, the trucks pivot, right? This board, when it pivots, it's just the truck. See, you pivot just the binding and that is linked straight. The bindings are linked straight to the truck and not the kicks. The kicks don't pivot. So it's a 1-piece board. This, in my opinion, is something that the mass, the public, takes it, and it's more easy for them to identify themselves with the sport. And that's the main difference between a common street board and what I call my boards pivot skates.
Pivot skates.
Okay? And nowadays, I'm working on a prototype that is like not only pivots, but slides.
Isn't that dangerous?
No, at all. At all. If you think of, you want to, I'm giving out information with what I've worked with for a long time here.
Yeah.
So, like you have this board, and you go for a 15 degrees angle, right? On each feet.
Mm-hmm.
The radius you will do with your board, with this on a stance, X, whatever, on a long stance, you will make a circle, right? A radius. But this same angle that you're doing with your feet, with this, the radius will be shorter. So it'll be it's kind of difficult to explain here. You should see me skating it, but whatever. So what I'm working on is this type of street board or pivot skate or whatever snakeboard that you can also slide your feet while you're skating. This is pretty funky. It works.
Cool.
It's very good.
And people should see you skate it as well, man.
What?
Because people should see you skate your board because you ride it like no one else, man. And it does cool. The way that you ride, no one else really kind of touches that style, you know. The locking onto the feebles and the kind of switching between feebles that you do. I saw you do a lot of that at the recent Worlds in France, you know.
Yeah.
And do you remember that switch up you did down the big long rail in
Chile.
Valparaiso, was it?
Valparaiso, yeah, around there.
You know,
Do
and it
Yeah.
seems like you're able to lock on quite a lot.
you think that's something inherent in your board design that makes it easier, like, to lock on, or is that just your riding style? That's what I'm always curious about. Do you think is it Pipo, or is it Pipo's boards?
Yes, it is. I think it's two things. Yes, it is. It is. It's not only the board design that helps me go on Feeble Smiths, Hurricanes, or whatever, but it's the design of the board, and obviously it's the way you approach the sport, the way you skate. Like I do like to do these kind of tricks, and that's why I do them good. I can do them with a common streetboard too.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but this simplifies and makes it easier.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the design of the board really helps. Like it's like the bindings, like the boards. I like to make them for me, and if it works for me, then I'll sell them. I'll make them for the people, but I want to make them for me. That's what I want to. It's not like, oh, I want to make boards for the world. No, I'm a guy that skates. I'm the one. The company Grosso, the bindings and the boards, is because I wanted to make boards for me. I wanted to skate. There were no more boards. There were no boards.
Yeah.
And the boards that were there, it's like, hey, they could be better with this. I think the kimping could be 8 millimeter. Yeah. And yeah, there are several things that the sport has taken, like, dude, flat brackets. I took them to France in 2002, and afterwards, 2003, Neil Brain comes out with flat brackets. It's like, there are very many things that I have put into sport.
No, you definitely. I mean, you over the years, you can see there's, because so many things that I know, and I know from, you know, our personal relationship, us hanging out and talking, and, you know, you think deep about this sport and you have such a love for it, but you think,
no, I know the potential that the sport has.
Yeah.
That it's not nowadays being really developed or worked. There has to be. It's awesome that there are companies like Dragon that's coming out, like, saying, okay, dude, yeah, this is good. This is better than what we had with the WSA pivot system. No, yeah, this is better. Yeah, it is. And with the laminated plastic, with fiberglass, super light, and it has to be an evolution of the sport. The boards nowadays have to be better. If the boards, you have to see them in the skate shop, and that's what has to make them sell.
Yeah.
Just by seeing the board. You don't have to see any video. You don't have to see any video of anybody skating it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a super world champion or a super techie doing triple flips. That's not going to make the sport sell. Yeah. What's going to make the sport sell is that people go to the skate shop and go like, whoa, man, I want to go. I'm going to get laid. If I go around walking with this board, I'm going to get laid.
That's spoken like a true gentleman.
Sorry, but it's like that.
No, I can. Yeah, no.
In the skate shop, you just need a big picture of Ingo with doing a melon with the bottom painted gold, man.
Yeah.
That'll get you laid.
No, you just need a signed one, and you'll get laid. I could.
Boards have to look good. If they don't look good, and not only look, but they have to be understandable by the masses.
Yeah.
They have to see the board and say like, okay, I understand it. And what I think of this concept of board, it gives it a goofiness that it does not let people understand it immediately. That's my vision of why one of the things that this sport has not
had
boom exploded in the world.
Yeah. No, I completely agree, and I think definitely you need to talk to Steph actually. So Steph is doing a lot of the behind the scenes work, and he's got some wild ideas. And when with us at the moment, just like not trying to promote it, just saying our thing is we're starting at what we see as a base, and we've got some ideas, and I really can't wait for like some of them to come out and to see. I love seeing your stuff because I truly believe that this sport, it needs to get its identity back. I think we've lost the identity of the sport over many years. And I think there's lots that we can do. We've just started where we think is the base, and we want to explore that as well. And I'm really like, I really want to see, your ideas as well, because your stuff is just crazy.
We have to make it happen, man. It's like all the scene, all the people, despite any brand, we have to like change what the sport is nowadays and make it something super tempting for the people to get in.
I completely agree.
Tempting. And talking about that, like I'm gonna go and try to see if you can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Okay. If you have your feet close together, like the board turns super quick. Like
yeah.
And it's not hard at all. It's like
I remember you talking about this in Como, I think, and I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about, man. But
I think we were pretty far gone at that point.
What I want to do is being able to lock your feet, like locking it there so you can pivot, but still be locked, and that will make you be able to pop an ollie. Nowadays, it's not lockable. It doesn't lock. So you go like this, and if you want to pop, it slides. I don't want it to slide. I want it to lock. So when I pop, I have a really huge kick that I can pop ollie like a snowboard does. So imagine being able to pop an ollie or a nollie and do a front flip on a stairs or whatever. Already been done by Max Anderson, whatever thing.
The Misty Sevens. Wow, they were sick.
Yeah, super good.
Cool.
But you know what I mean? Like being able to have a huge kick on the board.
Yeah.
Or just leaving it loose so you can just skate and cruise around. And also being with your feet with like, okay, use 55 stance, pop. You're stuck with your feet like that. After a couple of hours, you're fucking tired, man. And if you unlock it, being able to move your feet like this, that gives you it doesn't stress you. There's no stress. If you're always with your feet separate like that, it's like, okay, but if you're able to get them together and relax, it's like totally different.
Yeah. Cool. No. Sweet, man. You've got some insane. Dude. We're on a podcast. That's the whole point, and that's why we want you on. It's really it's.
Yeah, I know. I'm loving this, Pipo, but I've got to go and get another beer. Hang on.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sam, you can.
Quick comfort break. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm here.
I'm here. Actually, I'm gonna get some water for a minute.
Wait. ¿Cortó?
So, Pipo.
Yeah.
One of the things we wanted to ask you about was how did you lose your sense of smell?
I was skating in a bowl in Mataderos, and I was not wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
And I was with Sergi and a few friends.
Where is this? Sorry.
In Mataderos. It's a bowl.
In Argentina?
Yep. In Argentina. Yeah. It has a huge spine and it's painted like a watermelon. I don't know if you saw any images from that.
I think I've maybe seen pictures, yeah.
Yeah, and there was a little stone in the middle. I got a little stone and and I fell on my back and my the back of my head. I fell on the back of my head without a helmet.
Dude.
And dude, it was one of the worst crashes. I had to sleep sitting during like 2 weeks. Because I just tilted my head like this and turned around.
Wow, man. Well, did you have to spend like long in the hospital or anything?
No, I didn't spend a night in this hospital. I just went there and they took me back. I went back home, and before going to sleep, I puked.
Yeah.
And I went, okay, I went to sleep. And the other day I woke up, I puked again. And I went, okay, dude, that's not right. I went to the hospital again. And in the hospital, they told me, before that, I was with my girlfriend at the time, my actual wife, the actual mother of my future child. And she said to me, Steve, you smell like sweat. You're stinky. And we're like, no, I'm not. And she was like, yeah, you are. And I started smelling things like insecticida or lavandina or an ashtray. I started smelling stuff, and I was like, babe, I don't have smell. And then I looked in Google. I Googled it, like losing the sense of smell, pérdida de olfato. And one of the first, second, or third thing it says, loss of smell, imminent death. And we're like, okay, and baby, I think we have to go to the hospital. And well, that is because really old people, when they lose the sense of smell, it's one of the signs that they're going away. And it had nothing to do with my injury in the head or whatever. So I went there to the hospital, and they were like, okay, maybe you have to stay, because if this does not drain, we have to drain it. If it doesn't get down, we have to drain it, because I had blood in my brain.
Okay.
So yeah, what happened to me is like the nerves that go from the nose to the brain, they go in through a membrane. Imagine that this nerve is like a string of pasta, you know, and the membrane is like un colador, where you put the pasta to take the water out, you know?
Yeah,
okay.
the
Imagine passing this pasta through the little hole and moving it super hard. The pasta
break the pasta. Yeah.
Okay, what I have is like the pasta is broken. The nerve, it doesn't get to the brain. That's how I lost the sense of smell, by hitting my head super hard on the back.
Oh my goodness! Any smell? Cool.
Maybe a.
What about like if you just did like a bump chili powder?
No. Escape, you know, the escape of the car. What do you call it? A gas escape or whatever?
Gas pipe, tailpipe.
Whatever.
Nose pipe.
Yeah, maybe some of that I can smell, but I don't know if it's more of a mechanic feeling instead of like volatile alcohol. You know, pharmacy alcohol, not alcohol with the alcohol. I smell it, and I feel the freshness of the alcohol in the nose. You know what I mean? But I don't feel like the smell of a...
Yeah, kind of like salivary shit going on, yeah. Oh, damn, man.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I don't have troubles about it. Like, I got used to it, and it's not like everybody says, oh, man, that's horrible.
Yeah.
It's something super bad at all. Most of the times, people tell me, dude, you are lucky because you're not smelling this stinky shit. More of the times that the people tell me, oh, this smells wonderful. No, more of the times they tell me like, no, this stinks. You're lucky, man.
Yep. You need to check out a comedian called Bill Hicks. He's got a little piece a bit like that about people who smoke. And people say, you lose your sense of smell when you smoke. He's like, I live in New York City. I don't want my sense of smell. What's that smell like? I smell over there, a dead guy? Yeah, you should check him out.
Exactly.
Oh, cool.
From all the senses we have, the sense of smell is the first one I would prefer to lose. I don't want to lose my sight nor my touch or whatever else. Like smell is like it can go.
Did it affect your taste at all?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
No,
Strong flavors.
no, sorry. Let me rephrase that. No, the taste remains. What I don't have is flavor. Flavor is the combination between taste and smell. You understand? Flavor is the combination between taste and smell. I have flavor. I don't have smell. So I can kind of taste the burger and stuff, but I don't have the flavor that is like the junction of the whole smell taste system.
Damn.
And the conversation went to whatever.
Yeah.
So all that stinky cheese on your honeymoon to Worlds in France.
Yeah, people fart, and I don't notice, man.
Oh man, well, I mean, at least you can't, and no one can smell over Zoom. But trust me, it's getting a little bit whiffy in here, man. But yeah, I mean, that's a good one. Tell us about your honeymoon. Your honeymoon last year? Yeah, last year.
Yeah, man. I got married on the 19th, and I used the honeymoon resource to get to Worlds. It was amazing, and yeah, afterwards we kept traveling through France and whatever, and Spain. It was amazing, man. Dude, like every year Worlds happens, and my last Worlds was in 2008, and this is 2019. Like I went like I had to go, man, and it was like 17 years after France 2002. It was like very. I got smashed on World 2002. I did a frontside feeble in the vert ramp, and I landed on my back after. It was super bad, and maybe I went like, dude, I have to go there again. It was amazing. It was an amazing trip. 2002 and 2019, man. Seeing everybody again.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the scene, man.
Me too, man.
I can't be there every year, and now I don't know what will happen. Now I'm going to have a kid again, so it was a good chance to get up there and see everybody and skate with the wonderful Le Hangar.
Yeah.
And I wanted to skate more parks and everything, but I got injured and my knee was messed up. I had surgery 2 months after Worlds, but my plan was to skate Marseille and all these other parks that are amazing. I couldn't get them.
Oh.
Damn. It was fun. We traveled a lot.
It was great to
Hey,
see
just when we're going to be able to do that again, you know?
Yeah.
When's the next World's going to be, man?
Oh, it's going to be Zoom. It's going to be
It's
Zoom.
going to be Zoom Worlds. Well, you're allowed to gather in groups of over 30 if people get married.
We've got another year and a half, man, and then it's happening. So me and Sam, you know, when we were 18 or something, we were like, okay, if we get to 40 and we're not married, we'll marry each other. Like thinking, of course, we're going to be married by then. Yeah, we're both like 38. So
yeah, shit.
That would be one hell of a Worlds, man. That would be one hell of a
one hell of a stag night, man. Bachelor party. Yeah.
Actually, talking of which, I was at your bachelor party in Como. That was last year. That was.
I missed that one.
That's right, man. Oh, Como last year was amazing, dude.
Yeah, that was great.
Como is what a place. What a place, Como.
No, big up to Ismail. Big up to Urs, who was there. Urs was, yes.
Tell them, hey Pipo, tell some Como stories.
Como stories?
Give me a Como story.
What? For example, the rat.
The rat, yeah, the rat.
You guys saw the footage of the rat. Maybe I can pass it on to you guys again.
Yeah, I need it for this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look it up. I'll look it up and send it to you guys.
Yeah.
What happened with the rat?
I was sleeping and I heard some noises, some noises in the ground. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I turn on the light and I see a rat like super close to me on the bed table, you know. And what I did right away was like take the camera, man. I was like, what the heck is doing a rat here?
It's a big fucking rat too, man. Like, this is like a healthy jungle rat, like a Chilean fucking. This isn't a tube mouse, man. This is no grimy tube mouse. Fucking,
like the tarantulas in the foam pit of Cornwall.
Take down a cat. Yeah, we'll get to the tarantula. So what happened with the rat, man? You woke up, it was on your pillow.
Yeah. And then it went under my bed. And I was super sleeping with the camera here, like whatever. I turned off the light and went to sleep.
And then didn't Marion didn't the rat go into his room afterwards, or he met him in the corridor? I think he met him in the corridor, and it was just standing there looking at him, and he was like, "I'm going back to bed," and just shut the door. Oh man! And then you found some more
tarantula in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
I'm talking about the tarantula in the kitchen.
You saw that? I don't remember.
No, I didn't see that fucking shit. I was asleep like 2 meters away, social distance.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking scared of spiders, man. And in the morning they were like, "Hey, Sam, there was a spider in the kitchen last night." And like all the nights after that, man, like the tarantula paranoia was real, man.
Well, Colmo is in the countryside, and there you can find whatever.
And we were sleeping with the doors open too.
From snakes and exactly. So from snakes to rats and tarantulas and whatever.
But it's the best place you'll ever go if you like streetboarding in any shape or form. It's paradise. You have your own. It's Bob's, Ismail's country house that you all go and stay. He's got a huge launch box, a mini ramp, a little street area, a pool. Some of the best parties, and it's best time if you're from Europe. It's middle of February where it's cold, damp, it's dark all the time, and you go there in February and it's the middle of summer. Oh gosh, it's the greatest. So when we can travel again, Ismail, I'm inviting myself over because I definitely want to get back there.
Me too.
Yeah, for sure. Cool, man. Cool. All right, Sam, have you got anything else? Because we're hitting the hour mark. We're getting ready to wrap up.
Woo, ready?
Yeah, man.
What have I got written down? What have I got written down here? Hopes and dreams, sex, death, and leather. We've done leather.
We did death.
One of the other four.
We did close death.
We did death. Have we done dreams, hopes, sex?
Hopes and dreams?
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Well, my plan is to give all for skating and streetboarding, pivot skate. Make the sport as big as possible. I don't want to compete with skateboarding. I don't want people think that it's like checkers or chess. It's like rugby or American football. It's like I want to make the sport have a presence in the sports world. I'm super confident, and I know the sport has the potential to go bigger than what it has been.
Yeah.
From the snakeboard ages, and that was the biggest it has. Seriously, from what I see, the biggest it has been is from the snakeboard ages.
Yeah.
After that, it has not gone bigger. So I want to live till when it gets to that place when it gets bigger like snakeboard or bigger than snakeboard back in the day.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. That's my dream.
Cool. Let's do it, man.
Yeah. Here's to it, man. Cool, man. All right, we're gonna wrap up there. Before we do, I'm gonna ask you just a few quick fire questions.
I miss Brenton.
Oh,
I miss Brinton. I miss you. I miss everyone, man. I miss everyone. I don't miss wearing trousers.
Oh man, I miss you, bro. I miss you.
I miss you, Jamie. Are you coming down at the weekend?
Yeah, I'm coming down Saturday, man. Filming for 1:30. Let's do it.
So
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Pardon?
Okay.
Yeah, and a little swim. Be nice.
Just give a little shout out to 1:30. Just going out before then. Check out Johnny.
Going out
before then. 1:30.
Yeah.
Coming back.
Yeah, and it's got the big field this year in 1:30. So big up to everyone who's entering.
Nice little bit of prize money, hasn't it?
Yeah, £280, I think.
280 points, and then something else for best rider. Look at his Instagram. Yeah.
Check it out. 1:30 sick video contest. Before we do, Pipo, I'm going to ask you some quick fire questions. So, go. Who's your favorite rider ever?
Brinton.
What's your favorite video ever? Quick. Leon. Okay, perfect. What's the hardest trick you've ever done?
Rodeo Smith stall to river.
Sick, man. What's the sickest trick you've ever seen anyone else do?
Personally, or
on video as well. Just ever.
Video double backflip from Gabi.
Yeah. Cool. What's your favorite skate trip ever?
Skate trip ever?
Yeah.
I've had so many, man. I can't. It's like we can't compare colors. I can't say my favorite color is blue because red. I love it too.
Cool, perfect.
But France is amazing. France 2002 was amazing.
2002. Sweet. Last one. If you were stuck on a desert island with one streetboarder, who would it be?
Tanque.
Okay, because he's a doctor.
Yeah.
Good thinking, man.
He's a doctor and a triathlete coach.
I love that question.
He will and so he'll keep you in shape, keep you alive, and you can skate with him. Perfect.
That's my favorite question, man.
It's my new one. I'm going to keep that one in. Okay, so sweet. Thank you guys for watching DRGNCAST. Thank you to Sam. Big up. Any last words, Sam? Nah, safe. Pipo, any last thank yous you want to say? Any thank yous to anyone? Shout outs?
I want to thank you guys. Thank Dragon, all the crew, and everyone, man, for watching and being interested in this sport that is beginning. It's starting.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing what you do, man, and thanks for sharing your thoughts with us.
Yeah,
love
man.
you, man.
Yeah,
good.
I love
I've
you,
had a good
man.
time.
Yeah, this sport, we've just taken a very long run up, we've taken a long run up, and we're about to launch out of the box. That's the way that I see it. It's just been a long time coming. But no, Pipo, thank you so much, not just for coming on DRGNCAST, but for everything you've done over the years for the sport, because you really have pushed the limits on every single way, from contests to board design, binding design, to throwing your ideas in there, and just being you and just being the sickest to hang out with. So really, from the bottom of my heart, love you, man. Best of luck with the little one on the way, and send my love to your wife as well. But thank you so much for coming on. Guys, that has been DRGNCAST, episode 7, I believe. If you haven't seen the rest, you can probably see some somewhere up here. And if you haven't done so yet, subscribe here. Don't forget, if you've got any questions or anything, pop them in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Safe.
Streetboarding dreams, future and past. Here in the present, it's DRGNCAST.